Hi, I'm Janae with Cafe Janae, and today I'm going to show you how to make a gluten-free, sugar-free, healthy breakfast casserole that is made with millet. We're going to start off with some whole grain millet. Now, millet is a grain that is gluten-free, and it's actually a seed. It's very healthy for you. It's full of minerals and vitamins, lots of fiber, and it's best of all gluten-free. So if you have celiac disease or if you're just trying to stay away from gluten, this is the perfect grain. I've made this recipe to kind of be a mock apple pie without the crust and without the fat and without the sugar, and this is just made from all healthy whole food ingredients that are going to be great for you, and you can eat it for breakfast and just feel good about yourself when you're done. We'll start with millet, and we'll add some unsweetened applesauce to the millet, and what this is going to do is just add a nice moisture to the millet. Now the millet's been pre-cooked. So we took 2 cups of water and 1 cup of millet, and we cooked that up on the stove just like it's rice or something, and this is what you end up with. So the applesauce makes it nice and moist. We're also going to add some raisins for some sweetness. And stir that up, and this is going to be one of the layers in our millet bake. We'll just set this aside and let's move on to the next layer. The next layer is going to be the crumble topping. We'll start with some raw local honey. Now we use this to sweeten the breakfast bake instead of sugar. Honey is a very good tonic for your stomach, and it's also full of antibacterial properties. It's just really good for you. For the oil, we're going to use coconut oil. This is virgin raw coconut oil that has not been processed, and it has so many health benefits. Now we're going to add some lemon juice. Make sure it's freshly squeezed lemons, not that stuff in the bottle. Freshly squeezed lemons have lots of vitamin C and other antioxidants, and you don't get that out of the bottled lemon juice. Plus, fresh ones just taste a lot better. We're also going to add some lemon zest and some orange zest. I find that adding a little bit of lemon and orange zest to an apple pie bake, it enhances the flavor, and it's so delicious. And then to that, we will add some nutmeg, cinnamon, and salt. And to this, because this is gluten-free, instead of putting regular flour in here, we're going to use some almond flour, and that will help to give it a nice consistency as if you're using flour, but it's gluten-free. Mix that in. Now the final ingredients in the crumble topping are some rolled oats. Make sure they're gluten-free rolled oats. Some unsweetened, unsulfured coconut. And some chopped pecans. Now this is going to be so amazing. My mouth is watering just mixing this up. All right, that's it for the crumble topping. Let's move on to the pudding layer. We're going to start off with some coconut milk. We want whole fat coconut milk, and organic preferably. We're going to add some chia seeds, which are very high in protein. They're very high in omega-3 fatty acids, and they're super healthy for you. And we're going to add some arrowroot powder. Now, arrowroot powder is kind of like cornstarch. It thickens things up just like cornstarch does, but many people have sensitivities or allergies to cornstarch, so this is a good substitute. This is some salt and nutmeg. And this is cinnamon and allspice. We're going to add a couple tablespoons of vanilla, a little bit of raw honey, and just a little bit of water. We're going to mix this up, and it's going to make a super delicious pudding. All right, now that we have our 3 layers, let's put this breakfast bake together. Now let's put it all together. First, we're going to put down the layer of millet, applesauce, and raisins on the bottom. And this is kind of like our pie crust, but this is a nutrient-dense pie crust. This is so much better for you than regular pie crust. And it's filling as well, so you can eat this for breakfast and feel satisfied and full for the rest of the day. We're just going to smooth that out into a nice even layer. And next, we're going to put the pudding on top of that. Now the chia seeds absorb a lot of water, so as we pour this over the top, give it 10 minutes and the chia seeds will make that pudding nice and thick, and it's going to bake into the millet and just be fantastic. The next layer is these sliced apples, and we're just going to put the sliced apples in a single layer, and on top of that we'll finish it off with our crumble topping. Now we're just going to put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 35 minutes or until it's nice and bubbly. After 35 minutes, as soon as it's done, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to be nice and golden brown on the top. The pudding is going to be nice and thick, and we're going to have a delicious millet bake that tastes kind of like apple pie for breakfast. Now I like to put some coconut whipped cream on the top of this, and this is so easy to make, and it's dairy-free, sugar-free, and it's delicious. All you do is you take 2 cans of coconut milk, put them in the refrigerator overnight, and what that does is it separates the fat, will float up to the top, and the water will fall to the bottom. You open the can, drain off the water, put the fat in a bowl, mix it up just like you would whipped cream, put a little stevia or agave nectar in there to sweeten it up, and voila, you've got a beautiful, delicious whipped cream that's dairy-free and sugar-free. I love putting this on my apple pie. It adds the perfect touch, and it's just so delicious. It's apple pie for breakfast. It's more nutritious than just about anything you're going to eat, and it's to die for. Yum, yum. I'm Janae with Cafe Janae. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to make a healthy breakfast millet bake that tastes just like apple pie.